Listen, this is an important informational session to speak to our emergency effort in order to protect Virginians who are most in need of food assistance from the Schumer shutdown, from this Democrat shutdown that is going to deprive them of the needed assistance that historically would have shown up for them next month and is not. And is not because Senator Warner and Senator Kaine and the rest of the Senate Democrats keep voting to shut the government over and over and over again. And I'll repeat, they voted 13 times on a clean CR during the Biden administration. And here they have now, I think today, are getting ready to vote another time, which would bring them to 13, to shut the government and to deprive Virginians and Americans who are in need of food assistance from that food assistance. Not to mention to not pay the military, not pay air traffic controllers, not pay our federal workers, not open the parks, all the things that they've done. But to use hungry Americans and hungry Virginians as a hostage in a negotiation that is all about their political future is deplorable. And Virginia is not standing for it. We are not standing for it. And I again ask every Virginian to call Senator Kaine and Senator Warner's office, and my understanding is they're just hanging up on people now, and tell them to open the government and to do their job, which starts with looking after Virginians. We did step forward last week and declare a state of emergency in order to do what we should all be doing. You see, the least of these deserve the best of us. And the best of us is to step in when the federal government and Senate Democrats fail to do their job. I want to reiterate, this is not easy. We are creating a parallel food assistance program or system that in fact is going to step in where the federal government is not able to because the Democrats are keeping it shut. This parallel system, which we are calling Virginia Emergency Nutrition Assistance, or VENA, is like building an airplane while it's taking off. It has never been done before. And we are restricted in that we can't just fund into the SNAP program. We have to build a parallel system. That parallel system is taking an enormous amount of effort from the entire Health and Human Resources Secretariat, plus so many agencies in order to get moving. And the bottom line is, we think we've got this airplane ready to take off. If the Democrat shutdown is not ended by November 1st, we will start the VENA food assistance system on November the 3rd. The plan will use the same cards, the existing SNAP EBT cards that everyone currently has, and will deliver benefits to those cards. It'll be the exact same group of beneficiaries that received benefits in the month of October. The benefits will be funded on a weekly basis, and this is a change. The current SNAP program funds those benefits to recipients once a month. We will be doing it every week for as long as we can. Every week means that we will be moving funds from the state surplus to fund these parallel benefits every week. It totals $37.5 million roughly every week. And we are pleased that the financial strength of the Commonwealth of Virginia, the surpluses that we've been running, in all candor, the tremendous job growth and business investment has enabled it. And again, I'm humbled that Virginia is able to step in when Senate Democrats continually step out. These benefits will be deposited each week, and the way they're going to be deposited is, again, slightly different. In the current structure under SNAP, benefits are deposited on the first of each month to a third of the beneficiaries. The second third receives their benefits on the third of each month, and the final group, the final third, receives their benefits on the seventh of each month. Because we are designing this real time, we need to pay the first benefits on a Monday. Currently, the first falls on a Saturday, and therefore the first third of the beneficiaries will receive their week's worth of benefits on Monday the 3rd and not Saturday the 1st. The second group of recipients will receive their benefits on Wednesday the 5th as opposed to Tuesday the 4th. And the final third will receive their benefits on Friday the 7th, which would have been the day they would have received them. I fully understand not just the disruption, but the hardship that delay in 2 days from Saturday to Monday will cause, and that delay from Tuesday to Wednesday will cause. And I reiterate, it is so much more than a disruption, it is a hardship. And therefore, I have directed as part of my emergency declaration that an incremental $1 million be distributed into the food bank network for Virginia by the weekend. An incremental $1 million to make sure that if there are families, and I expect there are, families who will find this delay from Saturday the 1st to Monday the 3rd to be challenging and a true hardship, I hope the food banks will have everything on the shelf that they need. But what's more important than hope is action. And so we'll be depositing an incremental $1 million into the food bank system. To be clear, this is creating a brand new system. This brand new system then will fund weekly benefits every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. And those weekly benefits will continue, and we will continue to demand that Senate Democrats open the government. Finally, as I said, this has never been done before. And to create this system as quickly as we are has required Herculean efforts on behalf of many, many, many people in state government. I particularly want to thank Secretary Janet Kelly for her leadership. Last week, when I told her we were doing this, she didn't bat an eye. And she said, "Governor, we'll figure it out because these Virginians need our help." I want to thank Commissioner Kevin Erskine and Deputy Commissioner Carl Ayers, who have been solving problems round the clock 24/7 since last week. We still have a lot of hard work in front of us, but I want our participants, Virginians, who are so dependent on this support to know that we're there for you. I also want retailers to know that the state benefits will be using the same benefit card infrastructure, and so it will all work the same at the retailer level. And finally, I want to thank Virginians. I want to thank Virginians for the overwhelming voice of support we have received for stepping into this moment and delivering for the Virginians who are most in need. We will be posting the detailed information that I have walked through on the DSS website. And for everyone's benefit, it is dss.virginia.gov. Again, dss.virginia.gov. You can click on the banner at the top, and the details of everything I've gone through will be there. I again want to thank Secretary Kelly for her leadership. I want to thank everyone in the administration for dropping just about everything and making this work over the course of the past week. And I do want to reiterate that this is extraordinary, and this has never been done. And I know we still have a few things to work through, but we are going to stand strong for those who are most in need at a time when they need us the most. So with that, I am happy to take any questions that anyone has. And again, thank you all for being here and helping us get the word out that the Virginia Emergency Nutrition Assistance System will be up and running next week. Yes, sir.
Governor, you mentioned you hoping to do this as long as you can from the weekly deposits. Do you have an idea of what, as long as you can, the state can sustain if this shutdown continues for several more months?
Well, I am currently prepared for the entire month of November. We've worked through the finances to go through the entire month of November. To be honest, I think our nation will be at a state of complete disarray if the Democrats in the Senate continue to drag out this complete shutdown and hostage taking that they have engineered. And I think Americans have had it. And we even saw yesterday that the head of the largest union representing federal employees called on Democrats to stop the shutdown and to vote to open the government. And so we have run finances and are prepared to fund this program for the entire month of November. And then I pray to the Lord that we don't have to. Yes, sir.
Mr. Governor, have you talked to any other governors or state leaders who are also doing a similar program as VITA?
So we have had multiple discussions with other state leaders. The National Governors Association has called us to ask us how we are doing this, and we're leading. Different states are in different circumstances, and I think we have decided that we're just going to get this done. I have to say, I haven't heard a word from Senator Kaine. I haven't heard a word from Senator Warner. I haven't heard a word from any of the Democrats in our own state leadership. Not a word. Not a single phone call, not an offer to help, nothing. Absolutely nothing. And all they want to do is go gerrymander our congressional districts and spend their time wasting Virginians' money across the way and time, as opposed to figuring out how to help Virginians who are most in need. And I think it's absolutely disgusting what's going on over at the state capitol right now. Perfect. Any other questions?
Billy Shields of BTM News. Governor, SNAP is certainly the centerpiece of this. There's another benefit that his future is emerging, and that's the WIC benefit. Yeah. This is for baby formula.
Of course. Yeah.
Is the state prepared to do anything regarding WIC?
So first of all, the president has figured out how to extend WIC benefits during this time of shutdown with carryover balances. And that's happening right now. I worry that those benefits would run out because of the length of this shutdown. And we are preparing, if we have to step in through the month of November for WIC benefits as well. I just can't imagine that women and children would be, again, held hostage by Senate Democrats this way. It is just disgusting what they're doing. And to put the WIC program and the SNAP program at risk for Virginians who need it and Americans who need it continues to just absolutely defy any sense of morality. And therefore, we're going to step in and see if we have to take care of this as well. Yes, sir.
Just a timing question again for the depositing of the money. I'm assuming families who are getting ready to receive this might be trying to plan out their day already. Is this going to be at 12:01 a.m. on the 3rd, 5th, 7th, or 11:59 a.m.? Is there a set time for when the money goes in?
It's a really good question, and I'm going to look to one of my friends to help me with this.
That has not yet been established. We're working with the provider who helps us with this, and we will have that information very shortly.
Yeah, our aspiration is to do it as soon as we can. As I hopefully clarified a number of times, this system and this process has never been done before at the state level. And so we're doing everything we can to get folks the benefits as fast as we can.
And I guess just to clarify, you mentioned the waves of thirds. Like, for instance, a guy I talked to, he typically is anticipating his SNAP payment on the 4th. So the people who usually get it on the percent days, it'll follow that model.
So SNAP historically has had 1/3 on the 1st, 1/3 on the 4th, and 1/3 on the 7th. Because of this new system, we have to start it on a Monday. And so it will be Monday, Wednesday, Friday every week that they will receive them. And if someone had received them on the 4th, they will now receive them on the 5th, which is a Wednesday, and they will be on the Wednesday 1/3. The biggest challenge we have right now is trying to support folks who would normally have received them on the 1st, which would have been a Saturday, and they're not going to get them until Monday the 3rd. And that's why we're working hard to make sure that there's incremental funding that has been supplied through the food bank system. Perfect. Listen, I appreciate everybody's help. I know it's a lot. It's really important that we get this communicated clearly to 850,000 Virginians who depend on SNAP benefits. And therefore, we will have all the information, as we said, on the website. But on top of that, if there are further questions, please check with us, and we will do everything we can to clarify them as fast as we can so that we can make sure that there is accurate, clear, and pervasive information for everyone, that we are stepping in and that the benefits will be there, and that we're doing everything we can to make it as normal as we can for these Virginians who I believe are unnecessarily, inappropriately, and wrongfully being used as leverage by Senate Democrats. So thank you all very much. God bless you.